This week we're going to highlight the latest crop conditions and weather trends here in the U.S. Then we're going to focus on exports, where China has resumed buying U.S. beans. We're going to wrap things up the long-term view of November soybean futures. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the soybean market. We've moved in the middle of July here, and this market remains exceptionally volatile. Let's take a look at the latest crop condition updates from the USDA. Now, nationwide here, we saw good to excellent for soybeans increase 1 percentage point this week from 64% to 65%. Notice, however, that that's still below last year at this level, which was at 70%. Let's shift gears now and look at the aggregate crop condition index. We looked at this before, and we'll continue to look at it here throughout the summer. We're looking at a slight improvement here in that blue line, which represents 2026. But here's a key message we've shared with you recently. We've highlighted two different years here. Notice in last year, the red line, 2025, from this point forward, we did see the conditions improve. In contrast, look at a year like 2022, where the condition index deteriorated, and the yield in 2022 was at a 5-year low. Let's now take a look at crop progress here for beans. Soybean setting pods here, as we enter the middle of July, 19%. Now that's relatively high relative compared to recent years. Now over the next 2 weeks, soybean setting pods on average increased 26% from July 12th to the 26th. So about the end of the month here, about half the crop will be setting pods. Therefore, we're still looking at August being a critical month for beans. Let's take a look at the short-term weather trends. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. We're starting out here looking at a very warm week. All those areas highlighted here are going to be warmer than normal. The warmest temperatures are going to be up in the spring wheat areas, up there in far western North Dakota and eastern Montana, but it's still going to be warm. Now, what about rainfall? We're looking at rainfall this week primarily concentrated east of the Mississippi River here, and it's going to start around Friday to Sunday of this week. Now, moving forward, we are looking for a change in the weather. The heat is forecast to break around Monday, July 20th. And that's due to a big cold front coming in through Canada here. So there look like there's some changes on the horizon. Let's take a look at precip totals now for the next 2 weeks. Now, the driest conditions for beans are going to be out west, primarily west of the Mississippi River, out there in Kansas, far southern Nebraska, some areas also in the northern plains. However, heart of the Corn Belt and east of the Mississippi River, it looks like it's going to be mostly normal precip through the remainder of July. Let's shift gears now and take a look at export trends for beans. We're looking at aggregate exports here, about 17% lower than last year. Now we're going to zero in here on China, very important. China has resumed buying U.S. beans. There are some key questions moving forward. Will they aggressively buy ahead of President Xi Jinping's visit in September? Will they buy more old or new crop, and what quantities? So all these things are going to be influencing the markets. We'll keep an eye on them for you. Let's wrap things up this week. We're looking at trends in November beans. Now, November beans, as we tape here on Tuesday, are trading near $11.95 a bushel. Critical message, look at moving forward into harvest. This market can go many different directions. That's why it's critical that you continue to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to manage price movement and avoid price prediction. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 309-664-2300. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an update. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.